Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Welcome. Hope you're good. So the morning show is going to be about planning. All right. Something that we often talk about a lot. Something I often see a lot or read a lot is that we don't have enough time to focus on yourself, focus enough time to get the balance right with work and family, have enough time to themselves in the evening. So these tips here really are about your actual planning phase, okay, of the week. And I'm going to give you a series of tips, okay, that are going to help you produce a plan that is going to hopefully allow you to use your time wisely, use your time in a way that allows you to be effective in life, effective in business, effective in family time, whatever that might be. All right, so we're gonna go through these now. So the first one is, when do you plan? Now, what I do, which tends to work for me, is on the Friday, I tend to just get a piece of paper, an A4 paper or pad or journal, and what I end up doing is brain dumping the fuck out of my head because what I don't want over the weekend is that I don't want to be consumed with so many thoughts about what I have to do the following week. I want to be present with my family for the weekend. All right, so what I do is grab a piece of paper, and on there I put into 4 categories, all right, something like this. And I put onto 4 categories: health, business and career, relationships, personal development. And I split that into 4 quarters. Bang, 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 bang. And what I do is brain dump everything that is going on in my head that I need to do the following week. Okay? This really, you know, when you think about all those things you've got to do in your head and it just builds up and builds up, you're like, fuck, what was that thing I was meant to do? What was that thing? And you spend all weekend going along like that. It becomes a ball ache, all right? So when you get all this down and you can see it all, and you are just like 20 minutes, no distractions, just pen and paper, and you get it all out, okay? You can then relax for the weekend. Then Sunday morning, now what I find is I grab a nice coffee on a Sunday morning. Everyone's still in bed. I would have just dealt with my clients and consulted with my clients. And then I want to get my diary. And then what I'm going to do is transfer, okay, those things that I need to do that are on my brain dump into my diary. And how I plan my week is like a timetable. So if you think about any time that you've been at school or college or uni, we run our lives on a timetable. You might run your life around a rota at work. Okay, so a timetable works perfectly because it tells you where you've got to be, when you've got to be there, and what's going on. All right, and when you're at college, it's important because actually when you're at college, what you do is you look at all your times and you work out when you're going to do your extra study to get your assignments in. You're going to work out when you're going out in the town with the guys. You're going to work out when you can work. You can work out when you go to the gym. And you're actually planning your life. But we just stopped, for some reason, as soon as we leave education and join the real world, we stop doing that. So from your brain dump, what you'll then do is schedule in. Okay, so what I've got here are breakdowns per hour about what I'm going to do. This is my diary here. Morning, Richard, how are we doing? So what I've done there is broken down each task, what I'm going to do per hour. So I prioritise myself before anything else. So I put in all of my workouts. When are my workouts going to be? Slotting them in. So if you look here, I've got my runs that I'm trying to do, my jiu-jitsu, my gym, my runs. So I know exactly when I'm going to be doing that, and I'm not trying to cuff time out of nowhere to try and do it. I then put in obligations that are non-negotiable. School run, okay, date night. I then slot in my work slots. So what am I going to do? What am I focusing on this week? Slot, because I work for myself, my time's my own, so I just slot in exactly what I need to be doing. Client time, productivity time, okay, and then I slot in personal development. So that's how I take it, and I look at my brain dump and I'm just chunking out what I need to do. Right, what you can do with this, okay, which brings me on to tip number 2, all right, so that's tip number 1, when to plan. Brain dump Friday, plan Sunday morning, plan when you are in an environment that is calm and quiet. Everyone's still in bed asleep, so you can get your shit weighed off and you're not dealing with the kids going, Daddy, come on, let's go. Or the wife going, are we going out today and what are we doing today? You want complete seldom, you want quiet, you want focus. Boom. Tip number 2, prioritization. So what you'll have is a series of things that you do have to do. So when you're taking your brain dump and you are putting into here, we are prioritizing. So I've just mentioned it a minute ago, I'm the priority. In my list of priorities, it's me, it's my family, it's my work and clients, okay? And that's the most important things, because if I'm not at the top here, everyone else below me suffers. If I'm at the bottom, then guess what? The family suffers, the clients don't get the best version of me. So I need to be at my best so that my family's at their best and my clients, boom, are at their best. All right, so I do this priority system. I got this off a mastermind I was part of, and it's the 1, 2, 3 priority. Number 1 is like, that's the top job. That is your main job for the day, okay? And this really would be ideal for your business environment, your career. If you're a manager or if you run your own business or whatever it might be, you know, what is that number 1 task that you need to do? And that's the thing that I'll focus on for the week. So I'll do I work in 1.5-hour stints. For an 1.5 hours, I'll go all in on my main priority. And then I'll have half an hour break. And then I'll have another 1.5 hours where I go in on my second priority. And then I take half an hour break, and then if I have any more slots during the day, I'll try and crack a 3 priority. So 3 is the least important, okay? And that priority allows you to get the jobs done that you need to do, and it takes away any pressure, any overwhelm that's going on anywhere else. So that's tip number 2, prioritizing. So we've got when to plan, and so far we've done prioritize. Tip number 3, keep it simple. Keep it really simple. Don't try and complicate the system, okay? You just want to keep this nice and simple. The idea is that you can wake up and you can look at your week and know exactly where you're going to be at any point of that week, at any time. So if your wife says to you, I'm trying to book in a hair appointment, what are you doing on Thursday at 4? You can just come in and go, boom, done. You don't need post-it notes. You don't need these fucking different Gucci coloured pens. You just need something that is simple. You need a diary that is simple, that you can see the whole week for. I don't really like the personal diaries where you can only see 1 day per page. Okay, if you want to do that as a note, if you want to get one of these where you can see the week, and then get another diary that has the whole day on, and you can write notes about what you have to achieve in there, that's fine, dig out. But if you want to see a whole week and you know exactly what's going on, then this is the plan. Okay, you can see when your workouts are, you can make sure that you're preparing your clothing for that exercise routine. You know, you can lay out your clothes ready. You can get ready for any meetings that you've got coming up, any business meetings, any launches, any product launches, or whatever it is that you do that you need to prepare for. Date night, maybe you want to prepare a recipe to cook for your wife. You know, personal development, maybe you want to look into buying a new course of something that's going to help you and develop you, maybe looking to get a new book or a podcast. So it's planning and prep, and it allows you to do that. And just by keeping it so simple, you can do that, right? Don't overplan. Don't cram the fuck out of your diary. Be realistic about what you can achieve in a day. I'm going to achieve this, and fucking you will get stressed out, because what will happen is that you won't achieve all of those things, and you will become frustrated, stressed, and you'll just go, fuck it, like that, and hit your head with the diary. So be realistic about what you can achieve. Start simple, small, be constructive. If you have time left over, then brilliant. The more effective you get with this, the more effective and with your productivity that you get, okay, and the better it will be, okay? Next tip, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tip 5 is hold yourself accountable to your planning. At the end of each day, if you said that you were going to do stuff during your day, at the end of each day, set a specific time and review your day and ask yourself, did you get done what you needed to do? Okay, score yourself out of 10 and write down things or areas that you would improve on to make sure that next time you learn and that your automation in your brain gets better. So you finding that you're becoming more disciplined, structured, your habits are getting better, your productivity is getting better, and you're becoming a better functional human being. All right, so they're my 5 tips, guys. I hope they help. Have a great day. If there's any questions, stick in below.